how to make your edits look expensive. I know you don't want no cheap ass, bum ass, dirty ass. Many times when I tried to hire other editors to outsource my work to someone else because I didn't have time, because I was trying to make an agency or some shit, every single time that shit failed, because 99% of editors, I'm not exaggerating, are absolute retards. You niggas cannot do shit unless you are shown exactly what to do. No one has taste. Nobody in this industry has taste. I only know like a handful of people, and they are my closer friends who edit videos. First step, every single frame in your video needs to look, and I mean every single frame needs to look expensive. It needs to look like something you can screenshot and put it up on your wall. That's the standard you should be going for. Because what is a video? A video is just multiple frames, multiple pictures, one after another going. If you're only relying on plugins and you're relying on only motion and you have shit designs, then the edit looks terrible, no matter how good the motion is. Take the show Arcane, for example, League of Legends, geek shit. It looks amazing. It's like paintings. You can literally look it up on YouTube right now, anything from Arcane, pause it at any moment, any time frame, and it's a poster. Or at least it's a beautiful frame. It's never ugly. Very little editors can achieve this, especially when you have deadlines. You have to rush some things sometimes. And whatever, I'll put this color here. I won't think about it much because you need to deliver on time, right? But if you consciously pay attention to it, you will get better and you will make really nice frames. Type shit. Next up is color theory. What the hell? So having a consistent color palette. Personally, I always keep my color palette limited and selective. I'll maybe use 2-3 colors. For some clients, I only use one color and then it's just the different shades of black and white. Because many clients, right, they sell shit. They have a sales page, they have a website, and they have a color palette, and they have a branding, a visual branding that you need to stick to. Otherwise, it's gonna feel like you're watching a PewDiePie video, not some VSL. Make sure before you work with a client, you go on their website, you look at how their designs are, how their website looks, and just take those colors and use them in the edit. If your client does not have such a thing, you can use a color theory chart. I have it right here. Link in the description, it's just a little image. This color theory chart is absolute gold. It just shows you what colors you can use, which ones go together, what it means. Usually I use opposite colors, like triangle, right? I take the triangle shape and for example, I'll use gold and purple for a client. That way we have contrasting colors, and usually having 2 or more colors is optimal instead of just one. I can use like blue, purple, and yellow. And with those 3 colors, I'll make every single animation. Obviously, I'll use some black and white for the background and stuff, vignettes. Every single time you limit your color palette, your project is gonna look more expensive. Especially if you only use just blue. Blue, black, and white, and you just shade it differently. I've seen so many projects that just look unreal. Like people ask, how did you make this? A big part of it is the color palette. Number 3. Gonna be pacing and timing. So if you're editing high-end educational videos, which I'm assuming you are, watching my shit, that's kind of what I teach, they need to feel natural and not rushed like a Mr. Beast video. You need to feel like you're learning something and you're kind of connecting to the person. So you don't always need to cut absolutely everything. You can have pauses in educational videos. So you should only cut the necessary silences and leave the conversation feel like kind of a uninterrupted monologue to build that parasocial relationship and to make money off these dumbass things. So one issue that even I had, and I see many editors have nowadays, is that they make an animation and they leave it on screen only for as long as the certain sentence that they're animating is. They work for like 2-3 hours for an animation only for it to be on screen for 5 seconds. You've just wasted so much time. Let the animation stay there, let it breathe for a little bit. You know, add a little shake up and down like a Minecraft item on some certain elements, because you are assuming everybody has your attention span, because as an editor you watch a lot of reels especially. Not everyone does. The people who watch educational videos 40 minutes long, 30 minutes long, these guys, they probably do it more often. They didn't just, this is not their first video that they're watching. So don't worry about their attention span. Just leave that shit on screen for a little bit longer. Next up is having a consistent visual theme. This ties into having a consistent color palette, but now the visual theme is not just what colors there are, but how everything looks in terms of design, in terms of shapes and style. Before you do any project, before you work with any client, you need a mood board. Whether that mood board is gonna be taken from their website and you're making it exactly like their website, the UI stuff, depending which. If you're gonna do more creative animations, you need to go and outsource your mood board, and you can go on websites, I have this shit listed, shit. Cosmos.so. I love that one. It's really edgy. It might be too edgy sometimes, so like watch out. If it's for business clients, don't use Cosmos. But you can go on Pinterest. By the way, I never use Pinterest. I use mostly Instagram. So when I scroll on Reels, when I'm brain rotting, I end up finding a lot of edits. A lot of other editors who do shit, and I just save it. I save so many things, and then I can go back to it when I start a new project with my clients, and I just put up 10, 15 of those videos that I like. I put that in my mood board. Just paste the link somewhere in your notes and like name it, oh, this client mood board, right? That way, when you are starting a new animation, you look at those references and you're like, yes, this is the theme. And then your ideas are based off of that visual reference. This is gonna save you hours of thinking and hours of coming up with new shit. I used to stress out so much about it. Every single animation in the video I'd make, it'd be like a completely different style. I'd be all over the place. Like the animations were good, but I wasn't organized. You need every single animation to feel like it's made by the same person and it's made for the same project. It needs to have the same style. Otherwise, it's gonna be some bullshit. You don't want that. So for long-term, consistent clients like weekly YouTube videos, usually you have the same mood board and you just use it over and over in videos. And you might think it's a bad thing, but actually people love when they watch consistent videos. They will like to feel familiarity. Yeah, you will improve your animations and you'll make it, you know, more look better and stuff, but keep the same style, make it feel familiar. That's how a brand becomes easily recognizable and they sell better. You know. Number 5 is having smooth and intentional keyframes. I have a whole ass video on this on my YouTube channel where I just spoke about every single keyframe that exists. Also, I speak about this in my course Motion Ascent. Click the link below. 100+ modules. I teach you everything I know about video editing. You'll make this sick ass edit and we're gonna go crazy. After you finish it, you're gonna not only make more expensive edits, you're gonna charge more and you're gonna know how to manipulate your clients into charging them more. I'm teaching you everything, highest level shit. I'm the best in the game. I don't care. Motion design, I teach everything. Tell me one person who can teach all this shit like I do. You don't. Nobody. Click the link below. You get support from me. You can message me at any point. I'm gonna answer you, and if you buy it now, you'll get a kiss on the mouth from me. So keyframes are 50% of what makes a project look good and high quality, right? So 50% is design and everything I spoke about visual. 50% is keyframes. It's that important. It's called motion design for a reason, right? It's these two, motion and design. And I oftentimes see really good designers, like the visuals look good, paused. But when you play the keyframes, it's the worst shit I've ever seen in my life. They use linear keyframes. They don't even care. Just whatever, just make it move. You don't want to be like that. You want it to be in all around. You'd much rather be 7 out of 10 design, 7 out of 10 motion, than be 10 out of 10 design, and like 2 out of 10 motion. You need balance, always. You don't want no PowerPoint presentation. Go on the motion design Twitter. Make a Twitter account. If you're not, how can you not have Twitter if you're an editor? You got to be posting your shit. Go there, scroll for a little bit, and you're gonna see people who are 10 times better than you. So this is gonna do 2 things to your brain. First off, you'll be very insecure and you're gonna think that you're the worst motion designer in the world. This is a good thing, don't worry, it's gonna humble you, you'll get better. And number 2, you're gonna learn from these guys and you're gonna understand how good motion should look like. And make sure you save a bunch of shit, like it, comment. The algorithm is gonna give you more of that. If you come across one of my posts, just know I'm better than you. And number 6, the last point, sound effects. Sound design. I made a whole video about sound design a few months ago. Go check that out. But once again, you can go and just buy my course. I got everything in there, and I teach sound design on a really deep level, deeper than I will go on YouTube. Sound design is just the cherry on top, right? Without it, it feels empty. The video is just, you know, like me, 5 seconds, no zap. On top of that, you need music, because what is music? It's emotion. And so you need to have, especially in the intros, if it's a really serious educational video, yeah, you're not gonna have the copyright-free music playing all throughout it. But the intro, when shit is emotional, when you're trying to hook people, you definitely need music. Usually it has to be contemporary, classical, some really hyped music that you'd have maybe in Oppenheimer movie, that type of stuff. It works the best on YouTube, and it is overused, but if you go on Epidemic Sound, you can scroll for a few hours and you'll find some original shit. Just avoid the stuff that everyone else uses and you can stand out. But link below, check out my course Motion Ascent, and Christ is King. Let's go.